What is going on, everyone? This is Abyss271, and this is my blind reaction to the top 10 animes you wish you could forget from WatchMojo.com blind reaction. Now, before I start the blind reaction, I would just like to apologize if you hear any loud noise in the background on my end. My dad is doing some construction working, so hopefully it won't come off as too loud when I'm doing this blind reaction, but I want to apologize in advance in case it does get a little too loud. I will be starting the video in 3, 2, 1, now.
Well, that was a waste.
それが待たせた相手にかける言葉か。
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 anime you wish you could forget.
お兄ちゃんと一緒に帰ろうと思って。
わかった。Before we begin, we publish new videos
I got a
every day,
feeling
so be sure to
Poopa's gonna
subscribe
be
for
on
more
this
great
list.
content. For this
I have
one,
a
we'll be listing the
strong
anime that, for a
feeling,
variety of reasons,
considering now that I
go back in
know
time
what
and prevent
Poopa
ourselves from
is,
watching.
thanks to the
This
people
is
in the
whether it was
comment
due to how
section.
awful, disappointing, or just pointless the
I'm
end
also
results
expecting
were.
Dancing the Vampire Bond to be on this list.
Number 10, Yumi Neko, When They Cry.
Huh, don't know about this one.
なぜに私をこれほどまでに拒むのか。
Murder mysteries are tricky things. They've got to be intriguing, well-paced, and packed with shocking twists and turns. In that regard, many consider the visual novel that this anime is based on to be among the best. So what could go wrong with the adaptation?
Yeah,
Well,
a lot of
apparently
times anime versions of
itself,
visual
it's a
novels
subpar
don't
anime,
really
but
come
coming off
off
the back
as
of
good
such an
as the actual
intrinsic
visual
narrative that reveled in
novel.
its genre while also applying a haunting supernatural element, well, the final product is pretty poor.
マギなんか関係ないよ。
Well, that's not a creepy smile at all.
Key plot points are changed, the pacing is terrible, the rest of the cast are robbed of any interesting quirks, and the whole murder mystery aspect is stripped of its complexity.
It seems like I would be better off watching another than this
何が何でも
series.
貴様を否定してやれ。
Number 9, Kiss X Sis.
そこまで終了。
What?
Okay, anime, we give you some better leeway when it comes to tackling taboo subjects because you can at least portray it in an interesting way. But when you dictate
This is
an
why I don't
entire
watch
series
a
to
lot
two
of
sisters
harems.
getting
It
on
has
with
a
their
lot
very
of
own
those
brother,
kind of
borderline
cliches.
hentai style, then we're
Like a lot of
playing
misunderstandings between the main character and the female.
ケイちゃん。
And if you were somehow tricked into just watching the first episode, you're still exposed to the uncomfortable sights of twins flashing their brother every chance they get. Well,
What the hell?
You.
ケイちゃん。
What is even in this?
Darker than
What
black,
even is this?
Gemini of the Meteor.
I've actually saw the regular series of Darker Than Black, and
So many
I thought it
questions
was
left unanswered.
decent.
So many directions to take this series. And what did
I
they
love
do?
the ending
Try
theme
their
song of
hardest to
Darker
ruin
Than Black. I
everything
didn't
that
know
was
that
so
they have
great
a
about the
spin-off
first season
series.
in a follow-up that is downright insulting. The Syndicate, the Contractors, the Dolls, all are pushed to the side to allow a brand new protagonist nobody ever wanted, called Suo Pavlichenko, to take center stage. Now, you might be asking, what about everyone's favorite masked badass Hay? Well, it turns out that the Black Reaper is now an alcoholic hobo who has no problem with groping the underage Suo. Could they have taken a bigger crap on what was once a sleek, brutal, and intriguing show?
Okay.
Hopefully we'll never know.
This? What the hell?
Number 7, Chaos Head.
Taki! Come on, wake up! Taki!
Wow, jeez, way to kill off an anime
Another
series.
example of a visual novel getting lost in translation.
Jesus
You can't fault this
Christ.
anime for its reach
What?
in terms of thought-provoking ideas and genre deconstruction.
Moving
And,
along,
however,
I'm not even gonna
slated for
bother with
managing to fail
it.
at every
Moving
conceivable
along.
point, as a socially inept young man suddenly finds
I've
himself
heard of
with a
Chaos
harem of
Head.
less than mentally stable
I don't
girls
know
who
much
never
about it,
got
but I know
murderers,
I'm pretty
all
sure
hell
at Chaos
breaks
Head,
loose,
it's
his
like
life
they
is
made
turned
like
upside
a
down.
video game or two based on this series.
It may be ambitious in its undertaking, but due to the narrative falling short and the character development remaining paper thin throughout, the whole thing comes across as underwhelming.
Sometimes I just can't stand you! Goodbye!
Number 6, Mobile Suit Gundam Siege Destiny.
Really? Huh.
Siege certainly hit a chord with fans. At least least to the point where it could stand on its own as a solid
What's
entry in the
expecting a
franchise.
Gundam
Its
series on this
sequel,
list?
on the other hand, not so much. Like a parasite, Destiny takes the fleshed out characters, situations, and twists of the original series and regurgitates it all into a mecha-filled mess that seems to favor undermining Seed's strengths just to give their new poster boy protagonist Shin time in the spotlight, when in truth, he comes out as just really annoying.
Damn you! I'm not gonna let you beat me!
So basically, Shinji Ikari from Evangelion?
You've gotta move on!
Maybe it would have done better if it had tried to be its own series, but dragging Seed's name through the mud does it no favors.
What the hell? This is a mess. It can't be helped.
Number 5, Pupa.
Oh, jeez.
怪我してるの?
No. No.
Oh,
No. Million
jeez.
times no.
And this is only
Considered
number
to be the worst
5?
anime ever made. Pupa is an exploration into visceral and unpleasant subject matters purely for the sake of trying to shock its viewers. With no well-rounded characters, storylines, or basic purpose to speak of, what was supposed to come across as a horror masterpiece is in truth an anime abomination that only lasts 4 minutes per episode. That is, of course, 4 minutes of watching your brother and sister engage in animalistic incestuous fun times, along with a whole parade of torture and
Sorry again about the background noise, everyone. I know that was probably that is probably really loud for the audience.
Number 4, Eureka 7 Owl.
Really? I've known about this series and everything. I didn't know this was known as a bad series.
Okay.
I watched the original Eureka 7 and it was decent for what it was.
What do you mean they aren't main characters anymore?
そこにいる。
Yep, in yet another example of taking an amazing franchise and doing jack squat with it, AO simply uses the nostalgia of its prequel to springboard its own convoluted story. A story that happens to feature time travel and the occasional cameo by the original cast. Yay! Can they go back in time and stop this series from sucking so much instead?
もう乗らない。
どうして?
ますます嫌われちゃうだろ。
Number 3, Tokyo Ghoul Route A.
What?
You were off to such a
Seriously?
good start. Why would you waste such an excellent adaptation
I
like
thought
this?
the second season of this series was
Route A wanted to go its own way
amazing.
with its own exclusive narrative is
How is this on the
relatively well
list?
good,
That-
on
that's
condition that they make it a
shocking.
worthy follow-up. But they didn't. Sure, Kaneki is still a traumatized badass, but from the point he decided to
I mean, I
join the
saw
group
the
that
first
tortured him,
season and
you
a
were
little
gonna be
bit
in
of
for a rocky
this
ride.
of the second season, but wow, I didn't know
Given
this
the number
was
of
known
untied
as
plot
bad
threads
to
at the
some
end of it all,
people.
it's fair to say that a lot of us went clamoring for the manga
I
story.
was always under the impression that this was really good. The second season, I
Number 2,
mean.
Lunar Legend Tsukihime.
Is this based on the Lunar games?
Remember, there is
I
no
doubt
Tsukihime
it, but
anime. Well, there is, but we prefer to think otherwise. All memes aside, Type Moon are pretty lucky that the later adaptations of the Fate verse turned out so magnificently, because if this was their only claim to fame in the world of anime, they would be in a lot of trouble. By its lonesome, the anime is mediocre and highly forgettable. But when compared to the universally adored visual novels that blend rich storylines, intriguing characters, and beautifully dark lore, the whole thing's just a travesty, plain and simple.
this is slowly starting to turn into a hentai.
逃げなさい.
Number 1, Dragon Ball GT.
I beg for your mercy.
Yeah. Okay, I am really in the minority here when it comes to
It wasn't
GT.
perfect by any
I haven't
definition,
seen
but
GT,
Dragon Ball
but from
Z's
what
longevity
it looks
and
like,
remains
I don't see
undeniable
why
thanks to
this
its
is
eccentric
what this
characters.
is known as so
how is GT
awful.
gonna
I mean,
continue
yes,
the
if you
legacy
compare
of
it to
its
Dragon
beloved
Ball
show?
Z,
Well, it
people
wasn't.
can say yes, this is
Instead, the
awful.
sequel
But from
squanders
it,
whatever
from
potential
but
may
from
have
it,
had
it
with subpar
but
animation,
if you
uninspired
try to look at
villains,
it as a
and battle
standalone
sequences.
product,
The fact
I
that they
don't think it would.
tried
It's
to
that
ride the
I don't.
high of the
It
original
doesn't
Dragon
look to
Ball
be
series
that
by turning
bad. I
Goku
don't
back
get
into a
why it's
child
so
was just
bad.
really cheap too.
If that's the case, it might be easier for you to just
I've
grow
always
up
been
like any
intrigued to
other
watch
child.
Dragon
No
Ball
amount of
GT.
Super Saiyan 4 was gonna
I know I'm
stop
in the
this show
minority
from
when
being
saying
anything
this. I
more
just don't
colossal.
understand why this gets so much hate. I mean, I know that the ending was awful, and
Do you
I
agree with
will
our picks?
admit the
Check out these
ending
other
of
great clips from
GT,
Watch Mojo and
it
subscribe
ended in
for
an
new
awful
videos
way.
every day.
But the series by itself doesn't look that bad to me. I know it's probably just me when I say that, but I don't know, I just never understood the hatred of Dragon Ball GT personally. And that is all I have to say for this video. Now, for my next two blind reactions, they're going to be from Watch Mojo again, and it will come out later this week, and those will be the top 10 feel-good anime series and the top 10 anime beach episodes. So be on the lookout for those sometime this week. Till next time.